Hey guys.
Let it die.
Yeah, I fucked up big time.
Okay, let's pump up the excitement. 02.564 JODEAD OBS needle sounds.
Alrighty now, I can tell you how I fucked up. And it has to do with the problem of having one monitor. Alright. See, now it's working. It's working perfectly fine as intended. Which makes no sense at all. Why did my first monitor work? I don't know. Well, now I have a second monitor. Not really a monitor, it's actually a TV screen. But Let It Die is actually casting on the TV screen. I tried to get it on the second monitor, my computer, but apparently as soon as I flicker it on full screen, it goes back to my first monitor. Which I have no idea how to change that for certain games. Probably like in the INI files.
I can't wait to see you have a perfect run next time.
But yeah, let's get back into episode 3. Which is kind of a disappointment. Because I've beaten Max. Which I've actually wanted to show that on video. Now that I can't, little sketch in MS Paint and then show you what I've done. Or I'll just pull up the map and write markers saying I went from this floor to this floor and I stopped at this floor. See, I did go from B1 to Ikigawa, Imokawacho, all the way up. Floor 3, easy. I did not get this elevator or floor 8 elevator. And it was pretty much just a cruise. I went from floor 10, Minnesota, and I beat Max, which is a disappointment because there's no video proof for that. But here's one thing I can tell you. I've gone to floor 11, and I immediately grabbed the elevator back down. That's what I can assure you of, because there's no more floors above here registering. And I actually maxed out this fighter, which took a while to do. There were lots of things that I've done. I've increased my death bag storage. I've gotten some of my rewards from here. I've tried increasing my quantum and splithium.
One section has been destroyed as a result of that attack just now.
Let's see who he is. He didn't do anything. Didn't do much. Oh. Never mind. Well, I'd like to get my revenge on him. Well, that's cool. I did not know that. You could switch categories for attacking others. But yeah, let's go raid him. Level 18, I'm level 16. That's in the bag. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually using
Here we go.
using a pretty cool photos. Post-processing. I'm using a pretty cool post-processing injector. You should check them out. They're called Reshade, which adds in, like, it allows you to add in effects to lighting, and you can actually sharpen out images in the game themselves. Because some games, they'll give you settings, but they don't have all the settings that you want.
Thanks for waiting.
Which is where Reshoot comes in, because they have many different presets. Yeah, there's going to be some lag for some heavy times. And you can open it up with home. And if I just disable some things here on the train, you'd be able to see that it's added and removed. Or no, maybe not here. Because the fluctuates every time a train car passes by, like. if you're wondering, I'm actually using because yeah, I've actually said I'd hold off on Let It Die just so that way I can get my mic up and running, so I can make actual quality content, which I've expressed in the Dead by Daylight video, which actually went out first before the proclaimed episode 3 of Let It Die was ever going to release. But I guess since that didn't happen, this is episode 3. Episode 3.5. Because I skipped 4. No, because I skipped, like, a big portion of 3. Yeah, this will just be 3.5. The third episode is the lost episode that will never release. Like, ever. So just deal with it. But, if you see with Reshade, it does disable your controls in the background, and it just allows you to add effects to the game itself, like through the injector. You change the lighting and shading, and it really does help with the visuals in a game. When you're trying to get the best looking visuals, there are some effects that might not be noticeable. There is an effect that adds reflections to things, but it only works best with screenshots. So it won't actually appear in game, and it's used for screenshots only, really, because it only shows up in screenshots. But as you can see, when I mess with some of these filters, effects start to go away and reappear. Especially with sharpen, Del C sharpen, it sharpens like all the images and visuals that you're seeing. So like, see how this ground right here is sort of blurry, and it's not all that clear. You can turn that one, and it adds like a bit more like graininess to it, but overall it sharpens it out. Curves is a massive one with lighting. Massively improves lighting, and I like that. But yeah, you can just play around with some of these settings. If you're playing on a certain screen and your aspect ratio is not what it would be, you can actually turn this on, and you can slide the settings. This is at -110. As you can see, you just play with it around and it just does it. It's like magic. I've always kept it at that level. Here's levels. It gives you like sort of atmosphere with what you can see. I believe like far away and close up. I think it's like atmosphere with what you can see. You can see things like brighter the closer you are to it, I believe. I haven't really looked into all the descriptions of it, and I'm actually going to stop boring you, because that's what I actually did in episode 3. I kind of just bored the shit out of the audience, quote unquote audience, because they're never going to see it. But yeah, seeing how I actually beat floor 10, I'm actually just going to go out there and beat it again. Just for your entertainment, and then go to floor 11. Because I do believe I am able to get a second grade fire. I know, that sounds crazy. Especially the fact that I just started recording. But trust me, there's going to be grinding in this episode. There was grinding in the third episode, and it took me 2 hours and 40 minutes. And honestly, I was actually going to be hyped to actually, like, tone it down to maybe 30 minutes. These are all great. What was I thinking? You could still activate the animation to pick up. It's, yeah, this is a new form of action I've never
Nice one.
because I've never gone
Your death was really? Thank you so much.
through. What are these flows?
Strong decision making is key to survival in these parts.
Which is kind of sad because plans didn't go out the right way, and this was actually supposed to be episode 4, but no, it's 3.5. Yeah, in the next video, I hope I can max out this character, or even within this video. That's gonna take a long, long time. Or it could have just stuck in now. Actually, I can't wait until I get into the thousands.
Welcome.
You live, you learn, regret, and I regret uploading this video.